So what's up, man? Kick it. Born a male, I knew soon enough. In a world that is rough and tough, due to reality which has to be met, my image is molded and set. Isolation starts young, so we shoot each other for fun. And if we fell upon our knee, don't cry, boy, stand up and be manly. Why can't men let out their feelings of love, fear and grief, instead of the traditional manly game, over and over and over again? In our society, trying to change male domination, now that would be hazardous. But those rules cause unscrupulous annihilation, as we are bred to be soldiers of the next generation. Shoot his eye down. Shoot his nose out. Bang!
As kids, we were born open, unself-conscious, accepting and caring. So what happened? Why did we learn to get tough?
People laugh at you and say, baby, baby. Cry, baby, cry, baby, cry, baby. Yeah.
The men get more hurt than the females because the men sort of can't express themselves because they're afraid they'll be termed as fag or something if they express themselves.
When I was a kid, it was really hard to sort of talk about all the things I was excited about because I was afraid that, they'd be laughed at, that it wouldn't be worthwhile to anybody. So I could think of any number of times when there were times I'd love to have been able to just really open out and talk to somebody, but it was never safe. There was always the knowledge in my mind that they'd put it down, that it would be judged, that it wouldn't measure up, wouldn't be appropriate to some image or other.
Slide down the slide. Yes, please slide down the slide. I want it. There's possum poo on it. Okay. Oh, poo. Oh, yeah. I'm going to slide on possum poo. Who cares? I'm not even sliding on it. You don't cry. You don't cry. No. You just piss. You just punch them over and punch them into bits so they're not alive and I can do it back to you.
I think the kids at the school who did the bullying the most were the ones who'd been knocked around the most. But I didn't think that then. At the time, it felt terribly personal, they were aiming at me. That's how it felt at the time.
Nearly down.
Is it uncool to pay attention to how we're feeling, to understand what's going on inside? Are guys still trying to ignore their feelings?
Our parents were always working, and you can't really turn to your younger brother or sister because they know as much as you do, right? And now most of us have learned to live with what we go through anyway.
I go to my friends and talk to them, mainly all female friends, because I can't really express my feelings to male friends, if you know what I mean?
I find it's coming from a small island and everybody's very friendly. It's a close-knit community. You can be open with everybody. Having lots of friends, a lot to do with it. You become very confident in yourself, express yourself the way you feel. My mother and father were very understanding. If there was any problems and I felt like crying or I felt like laughing, anything like that, yes, I would show it and have no bother about it,
My sort of outlet is I can talk to people. I've got people around me that I can talk, knowing that they're not going to, spread it around or hassle me for it later. I keep active. I play a lot of sports, do a lot of acting and singing, so that, I find singing really helps me. like just sitting there yelling my lungs out and having an in general good time. You've got a lock and key, and the lock is on when you're in public, but when you cry, crying's the key. Not only crying, it could be yelling, screaming, hitting a pillow, just something to open it up and let it out.
When I'm hurting, what do I talk to other people? Yeah, most of the time I talk to other people, but sometimes well, actually most of the time I bottle it up, actually, when you think about it. Bottle it up and just keep it to myself. You'll probably find that with a lot of other guys as well. They normally keep them to themselves. Depends what sort of guy you are. You can't talk about it, and all you want to do is just let out something, so you let out anger instead of anything else.
Why was it fashionable in the past for us to bottle up our feelings? Is it because guys who let their feelings out appropriately tend to walk away from fights?
I just have vivid memories of playing war games with cousins, huddled up together in the back of a little shed, you know, was the plane going across the English Channel ready to parachute out, and then we would parachute out, and it was just total fantasy games.
When you're small, you know, of course you played with guns, you know, everyone played with guns, you know.
Bang, bang.
You know, I shot you, you're dead, you know.
It's just like when the kids watch Ninja Turtles. I'm Raphael, no, I'm Leonardo, no, I'm this, and getting knives out and start playing, you know, plastic knives. And
but I see that now as the way society was setting us up to say, this is potentially your role at some stage in life.
At about, when I was about grade 1, I started thinking about that a little bit anyway. First thought, oh, war, this, that. As I get older, I have to go into war and if it breaks out. But now, like Brad said, you know, you have to. You got no choice. Either you don't go, they kill you or you die.
All the governments, like, just say, like, they got a little dispute, let's fight it out. That's what's happening all over the world, just fighting it out.
Men don't need to express their aggression or their creative power or their sexual power by fighting, by having wars. We can do anything, basically, but we can express that power, that masculine power, in a very positive way. We can do it in a way that doesn't hurt others and doesn't hurt ourselves, because it is a very positive thing, that energy.